Okay, so for the start, I would like for you to do you know what's in the picture?
Planet.
The moon.
The moon. Planet.
The moon.
Moon?
From moon the planet.
No. This is the first picture of the Earth. It's not in color, so that's probably why you didn't recognize it. When the first travel into the space. And do you know what this is?
Skin?
Hurricane.
I don't know. I can see
What?
everything.
Cloud.
Just a hurricane. That's the eye of the hurricane that happened like 3 years ago. The Hurricane Dorian. You heard about it? Yes, that's one of the. And here we have different gases and other things that pollute our air. Because today I will talk about climate change. Climate changes, and this is one of the gases. These are gases that pollute our air, and some particles like PM 2.5 and PM 10. These are the hard particles that are not directly connected with the climate change, but they absorb the sun because they're in dark colors. And the CF chlorofluorohydrocarbons are the ones that cause the hole in the ozone layer. And that's one thing that also causes health problems for human, but they're not the cause for the climate change. The others are like CH4, that's methane. You probably all know it. It's made, not made, it's produced in industry in the cow when they work with the cows, and then in the production of rice, and also in all anaerobic processes. That's the processes that don't use oxygen. That's like when the waste, it's like not degrading, but you know what I mean. And methane is a big problem because it's like 23 to 24 more. It's worse than carbon dioxide because it causes. It absorbs more of the sun's energy, so it helps to heat our planet more. But if there wouldn't be any of the greenhouse gases, the temperature on the Earth will be around minus 20 degrees, so we wouldn't be able to live here. And then we have some other like SOx that are like SO3 and SO2. It causes other effects like the acid rain. And then we have NOx, it also causes an acid rain, and it's mainly from the traffic. CO2 is like in every production on the earth that human can think of, and also from the fires that like it's of human cause or it's a natural cause. That's why we shouldn't burn the forest. They're like the lungs of our earth. And this is the greenhouse effect. That's a healthy one. That's natural. And then with humans, production reach too high level, it becomes this. Too much of the sun's energy stays in the atmosphere, so our planet will gradually heat up. This is the relation between the level of CO2 and the temperature above is this level of CO2, and there's a temperature. You see, like that's 6,100 years ago, and then we're here, like somewhere now. I don't exactly know the year, but it doesn't really matter. We see the level of CO2, but we also see that the temperature is like a little behind it. So you see where the temperature will be in a few years. It doesn't look good, does it? And that's some short So here you will see the melting of the glaciers, and you will see the reason why they are melting. That might happen in a few years. The NASA already said that till the middle of the century, the Antarctica might be without ice in the summer. You see those small or bigger rivers that are under the ice? That's the cause of the melting. And there are many studies about climate change, but in no one there's included those rivers, and they might be one great problem with us because this water goes a lot of the ice is thick a few kilometers in Antarctica, and those rivers are below it, and they cause that the ice melts and the big amount of the ice fall in the ground. Okay, now we go back. And here are some of the effects of the climate change. There will be a lot of fires. There are already more than there was before. And you see the drought here. In the places that it shouldn't be. There will be more floods in the places that are already flooded a lot of times. And in places that are already dry, it will be even worse. We will have more frequent and more powerful hurricanes, and you see the melting of the glaciers. It will cause a huge rising of the sea level. It might rise up to like 6 or 7 meters till the end of the century. And you know what happens with the what happens with the glaciers. They're like those rivers. That's the map of some of the rivers down the surface of the ice. So you know what happens if this sea level goes up to 6 meters? Well, basically the Netherlands disappear, and there's no Los Angeles anymore. And forget about the Japan; it's a lost cause. And also a lot of China. And here we have also the currents in the sea. You know, you have heard about the Gulf current, the Gulf Stream. That's this red one. That's provides Europe with the so nice planet that we have. Well, if all the Antarctica melts, the ice in the Antarctica melts, it will basically stop the Gulf current. And that means another ice age. Hypothetically, that's not 100%, but it can happen. So So I will show you which parts of the world will disappear, because it will be easier. Let's say this will disappear and this will disappear, and then we have and of course the Greenland has a lot of ice, and if the boat melts, like and you know the America has a lot of lakes. Well, basically the water from the lakes and the glaciers will come together, and that's the reason of stopping the boat stream. Well, you see, there's a lot of you see a lot of deserts now. Well, if the climate change go on, probably the whole Africa will be a desert. And even Asia, there could be a lot more desert than it is now. So what can we do? The world sees in the young people, they say, well, it's true. Because the older generation a lot of times don't believe in climate change, even though it's scientifically proved many times. And here we have one of the few problems that I see with climate change. First, the politicians only think about money and business. That's the main problem. And the other one is the people that are aware of climate change, they don't make a change happen. Because they know about facts, but they don't change their mindset. Even with the little things, you can change the world. The world in your part of the world. And that, on the upper corner, we have technology. Technology for a lot of things are already available. But do we use it? No, not really. Here I have, and also we don't have a lot of time anymore. We have already used it. Here is one organization that includes youth in projects in a lot of areas, including climate change. And I'll show you some projects. That's the international organization, but that here is from Austria. I had the chance to meet them at the World Environmental Education Congress for the Youth, and they were like really amazing, passionate, and the most important thing was that the leader is the one who I had you know about the videos about the good talkers? That sentence piece. He's a person who he facilitates. He's the first to say the young people so that they are capable of making great changes in their society. And I think that's where in Slovenia, I can talk for Slovenia only, there's a great opportunity. We need some people that will be capable to lead, not to lead, to facilitate youth so they could do what they want to do, because often there's a wish to make a change, but you don't know how. You don't know the process and the politics enough good, so you could make some changes. So there's a few things that we could do as a society in the whole world that could make the consequences of the climate change better for us, not in the worst possible scenario, because we can't go. We already have some consequences, and in the years there will be more. But we can make it easier for us. So for sure, we need to reduce the use of fossil fuels and use some alternative type of energy. But there's a problem also with old companies and big companies that don't want to go to the alternative energy, and some other problems, but I don't have so much time. I could be talking here for 1 hour more. That would be the thing. And of course, we need to reduce the traffic. And the basic thing is, if we are trying to, we need to reduce the use of energy and also other resources, because that's the only way the society can, what's the word? Can make some more progress, because the numbers of people born are going into the sky. Like, there's more people every day on this earth. And of course, one thing that's the most important in, well, we say it's hard to reduce the CO2 footprint, but we can reduce the methane, because we can burn it, and then the CO2 is much less, it's much better for, not better, but it's not as bad as the as the methane. So there are two options. We can either watch how our blue planet gets destroyed, or we help make it a better place for the future generations and preserve what's so unique in our universe. It's life. Thank you.